Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Horror Talk Kills here with Loaf and Frank. In today's episode, we're jumping into It, the original versus the remake. Boys, what did you think?
Hey, what's happening, boys?
Nothing much, bro. Nothing much.
Well, before we jump into it, we need to know what we get up to this week.
Should we first cover the technical issues we're having coming?
Oh yeah, so
I think
we're actually having a massive storm right now, so if the cameras do look a bit blurry, which they do, not mine because I'm recording, but if the other cameras look a bit blurry, you boys are going to have to put up with it for one episode. We'll be back to normal next weekend, hopefully, but Australia's really hot weather is making the storms a bit crazy lately, so we got a few technical issues.
That's true, that's true. And I think we need, our fans, we need to give them some sort of cool horror nickname for our fans. You know what I mean? Like,
the horror fans.
That was so lame. I would not want to join anything called the horror fans.
Hopefully someone in the comments can let us know what they want to be called.
Okay, so boys...
Well, no one told me what you got up to this week.
Oh. Nothing, man, eh?
Nothing, eh? Literally nothing, man.
I had a few drinks last night and watched the soccer, and that was the extent of my weekend, to be honest.
What about you, Frank?
Yeah, seen the kids and that's it.
Yeah, sweet.
I'm going to watch 2 movies, so...
Well, I went away. For the weekend.
Nice.
I went for a 5k run yesterday, 5k run this morning.
We got fitness loaf over here.
Yeah, trying to stay healthy. And just finished It 2017.
Did you watch it? Did you watch it twice? No, I think I heard you say.
No. I actually watched the whole lot of It, the miniseries / movie / whatever you want to call it.
The miniseries, yeah.
Man, doesn't it fall flat on his face in part 2 of that?
I turned it off halfway, man.
I had never seen past that. I wanted to watch it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I went that far. Shit, it falls flat on his face, man.
Well, there's a lot. The one thing I didn't like, how many times they showed them as adults during the first part of it. Like, so many flashback scenes, you know what I mean? Well, not flash futures or flashbacks, whatever. Because the whole movie pretty much takes place in flashbacks when you think about it.
Also, you got to remember, that's a huge... They use that idea for It Chapter 2.
Yeah, but not as much. Nowhere near
There's a
as
fair
much.
bit in It Chapter 2, man. That's why the movie copped a fair bit of shit.
Yeah, well,
Did it?
Yeah.
No,
the movie copped a fair bit.
They said it was too long. People didn't like the length, though, which it was pretty long. You gotta admit.
It was long, but I love the length.
I didn't watch it again, but...
Should have it been that long? Really? Like...
I mean, have you seen the size of the book, bro?
Yeah,
the book's like this fat.
Isn't it like 1,400 pages or something like that? It's...
But funny enough, there was many things from the movies that they actually just made up themselves, not even from the book.
We talking Ridge or Ridge?
No, like the remake. Like, we were saying so long, but part 2, there was like a few scenes that were made up on the spot, which is good sometimes, because obviously sometimes like you can get good new ideas, but it was a bit drawn out. But we're not talking about the second movie, boys. We're talking about the originals.
No, that's correct. That is correct.
So, just firstly, general impressions. Did you boys like them or did you not like them? Like,
who wants to go first?
Just in general, no in depth. Just in general.
Who wants to go first?
Just talk, bro.
Yeah, just talk.
Just talk, man.
Just let it out.
Me personally, I've told you this before. I know he's a horror icon and all that, but I'm not big on it. He's
Pennywise.
Pennywise, I should say. Sorry, he's not my favourite.
Yeah.
Out of all horror genre, you could say.
So are you saying you would cast a biased opinion on certain movies because they are your favourite, or are you going to just review this movie on if it's good or not good?
No, I review this movie if it's good or it's not good, and I think they're both pretty solid films.
Like I said, I wasn't very satisfied with how the original played out because like it was kind of lackluster, but it was a TV show. We got to remember that the budget nowhere near as big as what we had in the movie. So I think if you take into account, which you should, what they did with the budget they had and the time period it was made at, then it's a pretty good shot at Pennywise. But if you compare it to what we got in 2017, then I think it's levels below. But I think that just comes with budget. That's like
I think the story's better in the original, eh? Like, I think it's told better.
Well, the one thing they did do better, they did the grief, like, of Georgie. They, like, went more into depth of, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
in the miniseries than they did. Because you don't really hear much about it. Like, you have that one scene where him and his dad in the remake, he's like, "I'll give up on it, he's dead." And that's about the extent you get of, like, how much they go into the death of Georgie. When in the book, it's like a massive part in the whole...
Yeah, but you can't fit the whole book in.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. The mini-series went into it way better. They showed the grieving of him way better than what the movies did. But the movies featured it, like, focused on other things, but that was just one thing that I think they played out a bit better.
Yep. Frank?
Yeah, so I love them both.
Yeah, I expected that. I did say that to Luke beforehand. I did expect Frank to like them both.
Very simple, man. I honestly think the original's pure genius, man. Hey, well, obviously, like, you know, it gets lackluster with, like, obviously kills and shit like that. Yeah, I thought, obviously,
but that's
Pennywise
budget
himself. Too. That's also budget. Yeah, Pennywise himself's badass as shit, man.
Yeah. Like, dude, I have one nitpick with the Tim Curry. Is it?
Yeah, Tim Curry.
I've already disclosed this to Loaf, but I just hate that the whole movie, he has normal teeth, bro. Normal teeth. But whenever they will cut scenes and then cut to him with an open mouth and then they're pointy. Like, you don't ever...
Yeah, I know... That's like, them pointy teeth is like when... Obviously, budget again, bro. Like,
yes, I know that. I know, I take
And you know what they're going for. You know when, like...
What I said to Loaf...
He's about to eat Georgie's arm off, bro. In the original, and they show them teeth. It's kind of like... 2017's where his mouth is fucking jaws.
Yeah, that scene's done.
But that's what. Yeah, so.
Well, that scene.
I feel like that's a little nitpick.
I still remember when I watched it the first time. Like, that's such a big call for them to kill a child on screen. Like, how often do you see that, man? Especially that in depth. Like, you see the kid trying to.
I feel always throws me out.
Yeah, but it's never like you watch him get his arm bitten off and then try to crawl away. And he's like crying, and then he just gets ripped back into the sewer.
Sad for Georgie, bro. Like, that shit breaks my heart watching that, eh?
Yeah, well, that's how.
The whole thing with Bill and Georgie, bro, is sad as shit, man.
No, yeah, but
and the actors are so good, bro.
Are we regarding Ridge Ditch or?
I'm regarding both, man.
I think they go more into depth in the original, like I've already said about it. But I think the acting, like Frank said, the actors in the remake are they're so good, man. Like, so good.
But in saying that, I don't want to knock back the actors in the original, man. And obviously we'll get to, like, probably comparing.
Well, the actors, I thought the kid actors in the originals were pretty good, but all the adults in it, bro, they're also, like, fake. Do you know what I mean? Like, they didn't seem like real people. You know how some movies, people, you can just tell that it's like a movie? Like, they don't act anything like a real person would act. Every single adult in the original movie just acts like that. Like, you see Henry Bauer, tormenting the kids at school, and then they accidentally bump into the teacher, and the teacher blows up the kids instead of Henry Bauer and that at school. Like, it's just not realistic. Like, he's just threatened to stab him with a knife, and then he accidentally bumps into the teacher, and the kids get in trouble. It's just so
There's also this like stigma with the movie where that comes into play, bro, because the town of Derry's not like any usual town, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the parents know fucked up shit happens in this town, and there's implements in these movies that show where the adults of the town do care, and they also don't give a fuck. Like, look at all the parents to the kids of the Loser Club, man. No one's normal in this town, bro.
Yeah,
and that's geniusly put into these movies on purpose. And I feel like you saying that is like
I feel like
understanding that.
Well, I feel like that's an excuse.
I know a lot about
but I feel like that's an
excuse. I'll be on your case.
Yeah, but I feel like that's an excuse for poor writing, though. Like, you can't just write. You can't just write off. You can't just write off everyone in the whole town's weird as fuck. Because
they pretty much are. You see that throughout.
Is there a reason behind that?
Yeah, but it's that's my point. Like, yeah, it's like that, but why? Because there's heaps of murders there. It doesn't automatically make everyone be a weirdo. Like, Henry Bauer was pretty much a serial killer, bro. Like, no normal kid.
Well, he is.
But the one thing that I don't like about that, I could get that he could have mental issues, okay? Like, as a weird kid. But what are the odds that he has four other people that are just as fucked up as him and willing to, like, murder kids?
You don't fully see that in the remake, man, because there's certain moments in that remake where he's like doing shit and they're like, bro, like, why? Yeah. But then your question is why they following him. It's like, well,
there's a deleted scene. There's a deleted scene where he kills both them, like the two main friends, and he has both of them in his car with slit throats. It was left out of the movies, but I did watch like a few YouTube videos to catch up on some.
Was that for the first one or second one?
The first one. It was in the theatrical, like a special release of it. Yeah, deleted scene.
Cool.
Which is pretty cool. But
well, back to the original.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was thinking. I wasn't thinking. What am I saying? I've written so much shit down, boys.
Yep.
I did want to talk about the comparisons from obviously the kids only in the original, not the remake.
Yep.
How did you feel they weighed up to their adult version of themselves? So like Richie the Richie in only the original.
Well, I didn't watch I didn't watch it too while watching these ones. Like obviously I've watched it in the past. I watched it a few times. Do you mean like
the original movie, bro?
How they jump back and forwards, remember?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, look, great.
Yeah, pretty good.
Smack on it, man.
Yeah, I thought they did.
If anything, man, and you shoot me down if you want, but I'm feeling the original kids are better.
Nah, I don't know.
Oh man, I'm gonna disagree.
Just my call. That's just.
Yeah, I don't think the original kids are bad.
The movie I enjoyed was the Losers Club of the original.
I don't think.
They're fantastic. I'm gonna hugely disagree.
Yeah.
But the kids in the original are good.
Yeah.
And I feel like the character matching to like their adult version of themselves was.
So I think a big thing with that, Loaf, is again comes back to like script writing and stuff. Like the script is just undoubtedly better in the movie, so that gives the kid actors more range to be. Do you know what I mean? To feel better. Mm-hmm. But
different
I think
generations and different speaks of comedy too.
And
but you got to
remember the miniseries kids are based in the 60s.
Yeah.
Like so when they're kids, they're based in the 60s. So it is a different vibe to what. Do you know what I mean?
Where the remake is the 80s.
Yeah. So it is 20 years different, which is massive, but
that's huge.
I think they still do a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Oh, what else you got for us, Frank?
So how do you feel about Tim Curry anyway?
I feel like he's a lot more less serious. Do you know what I mean?
Put it this way: who would you rather run into, Bill Skarsgård or Tim?
Oh, Tim. You'd want to punch Tim in the face. You'd run away from Bill.
I feel you could beat up.
Yeah, bro, you could bash the shit out of him.
Hey, but listen, it's Tim Curry, boys.
No, yeah, iconic. Iconic.
He's iconic as fuck, man.
Like everybody,
like you said, this movie, bro, clowns. People are scared of clowns, man.
But do you want to know something that's kind of controversial? Obviously, this new It movie's a lot more popular than what the miniseries is. Okay, but I still would say that Loaf has behind him there, that Tim Curry one, is nearly as recognisable as what Bill Skarsgård's is, if not more recognisable. That's what I'm saying. Even though the movie's nowhere near as big or the TV show, like that Pennywise is still so iconic that if you showed someone that Pennywise, they would still know it was Pennywise.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. Listen, man, look, and it comes back to, I think I've discussed it the last 2 weeks now, that once again, like in our whole series we've done this, I really feel each character is really, from original to remake, really fucking brought their own thing to the show, because you just can't split them, can we?
Like I said to you in when we were talking on the phone, I feel like these movies are so similar but so different at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The story, undoubtedly, bro, is really similar in both movies, but they take a completely different tone on it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the 2017 one has a lot more of a horror vibe where, it's a lot darker. You realize most scenes are like very dark compared to the original.
Pretty disturbing film, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
the
few bit of the CGI threw me off in some parts. Like I wasn't a big fan of that lady with the weird head. I don't know what her name is. And there's a few times that looked good. The leopard looked good, but the CGI in some scenes kind of threw me off. But that's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Hey, that It remake, it's so fucking disturbing. I find it disturbing. I find some of it real disturbing.
I was going to ask a question about that because I feel the exact same way, man. Like that opening scene with Georgie and that.
Yeah, I mentioned that.
Sad as shit, man.
Yeah,
like it's sad as shit, and look at the relationship between Bill and Georgie, and that's how I was speaking about the acting. It legit seems real as fuck. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And then he's about to go get murdered.
What, you didn't get that vibe with the original?
But
hang on. I never said that.
Yeah.
With the original, and when speaking of the remake still, Bev's story's the worst out of all of them, man.
Ben's?
Bev.
Do you mean in the original or the remake?
I'm talking about... I'm going to get to that. So I'm talking about in the remake while Loaf's on the topic of the remake.
Yep.
Like, her story with the father.
Yeah, the sexual abuse.
Like, that's bullshit, man. You know what I mean? And that's sad as fuck. So, Loaf, you're right. Like, the movie does hit some pretty weak spots.
Yeah.
And I felt the original, like, they executed that, you know, and I still felt the exact same way, man.
Yeah.
For Bev in that original. Like, that's how well done it was, acting-wise. Obviously, it's fucked up. Yeah. But, you know, both storylines in both movies are, you know, they hit different, bro.
Frank, with you saying that, like, it is disturbing. Like, there's scenes in it, like, obviously, the sexual assault and Georgie dying. But when you take a look at the book, man, it gets way more fucked up then.
Have you read the book?
No, but I know a lot about it. Do you know what I mean? I haven't read the whole thing. I listened to a bit of an audible, but it's like fucking way too long. Yeah. But there's a lot of stuff I won't go into because obviously you don't like want to. But like, it gets pretty fucked up. The book, man. Like Stephen King didn't hold back, man.
Cannon, bro.
Yeah, it didn't hold back.
He's a different breed of human.
He brings a different. Doesn't Stephen King bring a different horror? Like it's just.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Do you know much about the book at all?
I know nothing.
Well, there's a scene in it, bro. It was just pretty messed up where all the kids, all of them, have like a sex party pretty much in the sewers, bro. All of them together. It's
what?
In the book, all the kids have an orgy in the sewers. I know, but it's Stephen King. That's the sort of shit he does. It just, do you know what I mean? Like we think the movie's fucked up. Like some of the shit they go into into the book is just beyond.
I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But no, like, you know,
you gotta think like what So you've got in the miniseries, you got Bev, and you see her with her partner, and he's beating her around and shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like that's and it's hard not to bring up Chapter 2 of the remake because that's implemented in that movie.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's like the same scene.
So they're all like intertwined in their own weird way throughout. You know the Chapter 1 miniseries and 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like even
No, but that's what I was saying before,
Henry
bro.
Bauer's friend, he dies at the end of the miniseries, but in this one, that same friend dies in the sewers when he's looking for Ben after they've cut his gut. Yeah. Like, it's all intertwined. It's just awesome, man. Honestly, they've done it so well.
No, I'm pretty sure that friend with the long hair was a new character. The one that died at the end of it was one of the ones that... I'm like pretty sure that the long-haired dude wasn't a character. He was an unnamed one in the rock fight, but he wasn't a named character in the...
Henry Bauer, he had the
so you know the long-haired kid that dies in the remake? Yeah, he wasn't a named character in the original. He was there, but he wasn't that. It was one of his other friends that... But yeah, I know what you mean, but yeah. I'll just clear that up so no one says anything in the comments.
Yeah. Right, next, what do you got for Frank? It's your show. You tell us what...
Well, I thought you were about to say something, weren't you? I was going to let you speak. Well, I was going to talk about the iconic rock fight, because it is, other than Georgie dying in the sewer, it's probably the next iconic scene for some weird-ass reason within these movies.
Right.
Yeah, how'd you go with the rock fight?
I love in the original, bro. How many rocks can you take to the head without dying, bro? They're like this big. Yeah. And they're getting slaughtered. They're getting slaughtered. But in the original, bro, the rocks are so big. And you're getting slaughtered by him, bro. And they just get back up. It's like...
I feel like in the original, like, it's still good. But then you got, like, Richie in the remake. And they just execute this generation so well.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing I wanted to mention. You guys know...
but they're not meant to be representing... that generation. You're actually meant to be representing.
Yeah, but in Predator,
I know that, but it's just the way they did it was genius, man.
Yeah,
Frank,
that's true.
like in Predator, the latest Predator, I hated how much the kids swore in that movie. Okay, I absolutely despised it.
Man. I still disagree with that.
He swore way too much, and I hated it because he was like 6. But I felt like they did it so good in this movie, and it doesn't feel unnatural. Like in Predator, it just seems like they're forcing a 6-year-old to say, "Yeah, let's fucking go." But in this movie, it's like way more natural. Do you know what I mean?
I actually really like that movie.
I didn't like it at all.
I have a big one because I'm huge on this, and I just love Pennywise, right?
Yeah.
So my biggest thing is, how do you feel about the town of Derry itself? Like the look of the town in the original. And fuck it, just compare it to the remake's look of Derry.
Oh yeah. Well, mate, both smack on, eh?
Yeah,
I love that type of look.
Oh yeah, but I feel like they. Oh yeah, I feel like they implemented more parts of Derry into the remake though. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we definitely saw a lot more of, like...
I feel like the remake,
like,
this is where I stand with it.
I mean?
I feel like, in the original, there's a lot of, it's real dark. Like, it's like a dark, eerie town.
Yeah.
But and in the remake, there's a lot of, they're running around, they push his sun's out, people are still dying, sun's out. Everyone's still somewhat having a decent day, right?
Yeah.
But you still get this weird-ass vibe through the town, even though it's so hard to explain, man.
Yeah.
It's honestly hard to explain, but the way they did it was just so well,
good. I like how they go into the history of the town. Like, they make the town feel important to the movie. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a big part of it, man.
Like Pennywise, like, he's pretty much linked to that town. Do you know what I mean? And
Derry's a character,
and you see in the, it's not in the movies we watch, but in It Too, the remakes, they take the psychedelic that, do you know what I mean? Is it Mike that takes the psychedelic? And they give you a lot more in-depth look at Derry. Do you know what I mean? As a town.
Yeah.
So I do like the way they portrayed it more in the original. But again, when we're comparing all these, we have to remember, like I said earlier, like the scope of the budget and the production value is always going to be better in the remake.
Oh, not always.
I mean, like, well,
look really,
I know,
really
but what
good.
I'm trying to say, in general, the production of the movie and the look and everything is always going to feel and seem better. It's just what money brings, especially with, do you know what I mean? Where it's not a bad movie.
Well, that's always the case, but money doesn't always bring huge success.
No, well...
Didn't we talk about this last week, saying, like...
We can compare so many movies together where the original's, better than... Well, we have.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
But
you know what I mean?
That's what we're here to figure out.
We've already covered that original's...
we have... Yeah, but that's make no point of what I'm saying now, because I'm talking about this movie right now, not any other movie. I'm talking. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about It, one of the biggest blockbuster horror movies we've had in the last 20 years.
Damn right.
To a TV show.
Yeah, but the TV show still executed it well.
Yeah, it did. I haven't said they. I haven't said they haven't executed it well. I said
I'm just disagreeing. With
I'm just saying in general,
the money is why it doesn't look as good as.
So okay, I'll take away the budget to this movie. You'll see how CGI Pennywise is running around. See how good he looks. Skarsgård looks without the CGI, Frank, without the money.
Well, some certain scenes in there where he's not CGI and he looks fucking badass, man. So, I mean, go for it, bro.
Yeah, but a majority of this movie, there's a lot of CGI used on Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise. So if you take...
There's CGI used in every movie we've reviewed other than the originals.
Yeah, man. But look how shit they did it in Friday the 13th. No, Nightmare on Elm Street. I looked at Frank Flo's shirt then. I got mixed up.
So how do you... if you're going to compare Pennywise's CG to Freddy's, are you more satisfied with Pennywise's?
Oh, 50 million times. Fucking Freddy looks like he burned on a toaster, bro. Like, Pennywise looks good.
Both performances of Bill Skarsgård and Tim Curry, how do they weigh up next to each other? Who's your favourite clown? Who did a better job? Who looks better? Who's more scary?
Where do you
break it down into sections? Break that down into sections.
Can I just...
Let's just go the look of the clowns.
Yeah. Well,
first, the look of the clown. Who's better?
Look of the clowns.
I feel like... See, this is weird. My answer doesn't really break it down into one...
No, you don't have to break it down. Frank's going to break it down.
Yeah, dude, what I'm trying to say is, I feel like Tim Curry looks more like a proper clown. And it instilled, like, the fear of clowns in people. But Pennywise is scarier and... in the fact that he's not just a clown in the movie. Do you know what I mean?
So that's the biggest thing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. He's not just a clown in the movie.
That's the because he's not meant to be just a clown. He's
I know
that. You fear.
Yeah, I know that.
And in the original, they obviously didn't have enough money. They only see it once, the werewolf.
Yeah.
Alright, and so in the remake, they could implement that with every kid.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say, though.
So that's a huge point. That's a huge thing.
To be fair, in that original too, man, when you I'll just go back, sorry, I was going to talk about the shower scene with the stop motion and all that. I thought that was pretty good for back then as well.
Yeah, that was cool. That was actually good. That was good. Harry, finish off anyway.
Yeah, so what I'm saying...
So who's better? Who do you think
That's what I'm trying to get there. I feel like...
Let's get there, bro. Let's get there.
I feel like Tim Curry, as a clown, like when you think of a traditional clown, Tim Curry is what you would think of when you think of like a serial killer. Do you know what I mean? John Wayne Gacy sort of serial killer, okay? But then Pennywise in the 2017, like I said last time, feels more like a horror villain in the fact that you don't just classify him as a clown. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, he's so diverse compared to Tim Curry. Tim Curry was it, like, he was a clown. That was pretty much what he is. He was a werewolf for what? 15 seconds of the movie.
Well, does that make Tim Curry the better it? Really?
Well, no, because...
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Here's the thing.
Bill Skarsgård is way more diverse. And I get, again, this comes down to budget, but it's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
To kind of counter, answer Harry's answer, well, I just messed up, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Harry's saying he's a better clown because, he looks like a clown. The thing is...
I didn't say he was a better clown. I just said he looks
ain't
more
meant
like
to be just a clown. He is a mythical creature, dude.
I know this, and he fights a turtle in the book, bro, but when...
Alright, so... Stop watching Dead Meat. Get your own facts.
I didn't watch that. Dead Meat didn't mention a turtle, Donnie?
I don't know, I didn't watch him.
Yeah,
anyways, Loaf, how do you feel?
Who's the better looking one? What was the question again?
It was better looking.
Who's
it was.
Don't prove Frank wrong, because he'll just try to,
I'm gonna say the remake. Hey, what's his name again?
Bill Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, man, definitely him. But Tim Curry's iconic as well. As fucking as shit. But I know where H is coming from as well. There,
no, Harry's 100% right.
Yeah.
He's not wrong by any means. It's just the fact that Pennywise is not just a clown.
Like, yeah, well, that's literally what I said in my answer.
Most kids fear clowns. That's pretty much it.
So,
that's literally what I said in my answer.
Who's scarier?
I don't think
that's
the question.
I want to go off the performance of each actor.
Performance. Right.
The performance of Pennywise from Tim and Bill.
Tim's
was great.
Yeah, but have you seen, like, the amount of work that Skarsgård actually puts into, like, his characters?
You go watch behind the scenes of that dude, man.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say, bro.
Unbelievable what he put into that movie.
It's like Heath Ledger, like, bro. Like, the way he gets into character. Do you know what I mean?
But I'm sure Tim Curry would have done the same.
Yeah, but Tim Curry didn't really have to, man. He was kind of like... He didn't feel like an entity, like Frank said. He didn't feel like a mythical creature. He just felt like a dude in clown suit. And again, like, it's hard by Tim Curry because obviously he's iconic. But it's just what they could do back then. He just didn't feel like...
And we're still taking into account...
didn't feel like that.
For anyone getting pissed off. Because it is a hot thing. Because obviously the budget and everything does come into play massively, man.
Yeah.
So we're not taking enough away from Tim. It's just what they were limited to. But because of all that shit, obviously... And I'm not... Bill just brought something else to the character. I generally think he was a better Pennywise man. And that's just him as an actor. I think if that was Bill's acting back then, it would have been better. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I can feel that.
Oh, man.
Bill's a fantastic actor, man. Like, he's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a very good actor.
Just outside of Pennywise, go watch him in all his other movies. Incredible.
I just think... Oh, man. I love Tim Curry too,
Tim Curry's great.
No, yeah, that's what we're saying.
I don't know how to split him.
Ask yourself this question: if you put Tim Curry in that 2017 movie, do you think he would have the same impact as what Bill Skarsgård did?
Yes.
Isn't it crazy?
Do you honestly think that?
Isn't it crazy? Because if you said that to a Nightmare on Elm Street fan about the 2010 movie, they'd be like, that movie would be awesome. Do you know what I mean?
That's good.
That's what I'm saying.
Crazy.
That's a good one.
That's what I'm saying. Ask yourself, if you put him in that 2017 movie, do you think he would impact the movie the same way?
Oh, because Bill's performance was fantastic.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to...
unmatched. And after I finished watching it, I just went, I'm so happy because I got my favourite horror icon. The movie's fucking awesome. So every time I watch it, I know, like, I feel bad for, even though I enjoy Elm Street, the hardcore fans are disappointed. Because they go watch their latest movie and no one's happy. I go watch my latest favourite horror movie and it's fantastic, man. And so Bill's performance, to my point, after it ended, and even Chapter 2, if we ever go down that road, I love that movie just as much. Honestly, I do. I don't think Pennywise will be, matched ever again with a better actor than Bill. He's so good, man. So good. And that's just how I feel about it.
So I ask you this question now, Frank.
Yeah.
Do you think Bill Skarsgård is up there with the he's Pennywise, not him as a person, obviously.
Yeah, I'll get you.
He's Pennywise is up there with one of the best horror villains of all time.
Yeah, 100%.
You reckon?
Easily, man.
100%. Up with Jason, Freddy.
I'm putting him. He's literally the pinnacle for me, man.
Okay.
That's my. He's my pinnacle.
Interesting. Loaf, what do you think?
I'll tell you what though. He almost is, because
that's why I'm asking.
As a kid, man, you never thought of it. Hey, like you would go to your local. I would go to my local video shop.
You think about this. Everyone should be bowing and kissing this movie, man. This shit brought back fucking horrors, man. And I don't even care what anyone says.
I feel like The Conjuring.
Yeah, but really, man?
I mean,
Ghost? That was like the biggest paranormal thing. People were over Ghost.
Yeah,
when they said it was getting remade,
just because
people were losing
I
their
just want to take that back on you. Just because it's a ghost movie doesn't mean The Conjuring's not one of the best horror films that came out in the last.
I'm talking about iconic.
The Conjuring is iconic. The original Conjuring is one of the better horror movies I've ever seen. And you're delusional to think that it's not. Because it's a fantastic movie.
But no, Frank's right. But can I just say something? The Conjuring.
I remember the time this was coming out, man.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying you just disregarded The Conjuring because it's a ghost movie, which I don't think's fair at all. Because it's a fantastic movie, fantastic.
Yeah, how'd they go after that?
Pretty good.
Yeah, very good.
Bang out every movie but that. Except when Annabelle comes home.
Yeah, but they were all successful though.
They were.
Mate, go everyone. So we've got season 2. Go back and listen to our Weeping Woman podcast, everyone. Okay, no. Screw these two. Go back, listen to that, and then come back to the. We'll talk in the next one.
But that makes no sense because I literally said The Conjuring, not the Weeping Woman.
And I said, how'd the rest of the universe go?
Why does that matter? I'm talking about a movie.
Why are we off track, Harry? Shut up.
Because you just disregarded it as
it was
as a movie.
Are we trying to say that this saved horror? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, that's what he tried to say, and I said no because movies like the original Paranormal Activity had a massive impact. I know they're ghost movies, but they still kept the horror franchise alive.
Out a year later after this movie dropped, bro. Halloween. I can't believe you're just thinking about it. Halloween.
I knew that. But you're not telling...
A year after, man.
Yeah, but do you realise... No, the original Halloween that this Halloween played off came out 40 years before this, mate, so...
But no,
that's just a big statement, that's all I'm saying. To say that it saved the horror franchise is a ginormous statement when there's been plenty of horror movies that have been...
Put it back. And say it saved shit.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much the same thing, bro.
No, it's not, man. No, it's not.
But,
and who's another? Who are we going to get on the big screen?
Well, I love the movie,
bro. People don't want to see. Yeah, obviously, there's a Conjuring fan base, right?
Massive.
They're great. Bring out 1 million movies, dude. But people want to see these icons on the screen, bro. Alright, Pennywise come out, dude. Then Halloween come out, and the sad part is we're not going to see Jason for a fuck ton of time.
Oh, look, the court case is nearly over.
No, man. Do some more research into that. We won't see him for a long time, bro. Who knows where Freddy sits? Leatherface you're probably not going to see. Tell me another one.
Whoa. The Leatherface remake is in production.
What, Dom Mancini? He's straight to Blu-ray?
New Ghostface movie, mate. Don't forget about it.
Scream 5 looks horrible. Back to Pennywise.
Ken, Harry, Frank, H.
Don't talk shit on Ghostface, boy. He's the homie.
H.
What?
He sucks.
Yeah. Get on your thing and get the poster for the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Wait, is there a new one?
If anyone doesn't know. But Frank, you're right. At the time, I feel it did bring something back. It did.
Man, I remember our conversations going. I just want
to see more icons
on screen, bro.
No.
What year is it?
Texas Chainsaw Massacre should be...
Is it like a smudge face?
No, hanging upside down type thing. White background. And also, we've got Candyman coming out. That was due for this year as well.
Yeah, there's been like 50 of them, but is that like a...
Oh, no, how many Candymans? I'm not sure. Yeah, anyways, what you got next for us, Frank? Well, I hate just doing that.
No one's actually answered a full question yet.
Oh,
literally talking about Leatherface right now.
But if I've got to answer a question, Tim Curry...
This?
Let's have a look. Yes, that is it. That's one of them.
What's that, the Mona Lisa?
That's the new one. Released soon.
Well, we'll just have a quick look at that. That's a bit of a teaser.
Yeah, so for our fans.
Yep, that looks dope. Sick, boys. Okay, I'll close that off now.
Oh, cool.
Okay, back to chat.
It is
that we did go off a bit. We did go off a bit track there, but I just had.
You just go off.
No, I just with the Conjuring and stuff, but I just want to put out there that it is a. Well, I love this It movie. Like, I'm not going to say I don't love it because it's sick, and Pennywise is an icon. But to say that it quote unquote brung back horror is a.
It was a huge. It's icons, man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's just break down our questions then. Who is the better Pennywise?
Oh, Bill Skarsgård.
We're going with Ben.
It's Bill, man. It's Bill.
Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah.
All right. Who is scarier?
Bill Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård.
Who is more iconic?
I reckon give Bill 10 more years, and that's Bill. But being iconic comes with time, and that's just a fact. You look at old music, old movies, old anything.
Here's the shit thing with me too. Like, if you talk to me about Pennywise, I'm going to talk about Bill first, bro.
Yeah, but you just have to admit that, like, becoming an icon comes with time. Like, you could be the best actor of all time right now.
What is this movie? It's still only 3 years old, man. Like, it's still
that's what I'm saying. You could be the best.
You know what I mean?
You could be the best artist of all time, best actor of all time, but you're never truly great until you retire, and that's just a fact with everything, bro.
All right, next one I've got for you is then best opening scene. Who does it better with the Georgie one?
Oh, that was my next one anyway.
I think that's we've been over this already a little bit earlier, but I think that's another no competition. Like, the impact that like, if you start watching that 2017...
so you're saying Tim Curry in that sewer was no good?
I'm not saying it's no good. I'm not saying it's no good, but I'd rather watch the kid actually get his arm bitten off than Tim Curry open his mouth and then a fadeaway.
Fucking hell, hate you brutal this episode.
No, but
he's unleashed this episode. You think he's the fanboy with everything happening,
But no, but it's honest, mate. If I'm watching a horror movie, you want to watch kills, which we get very little of in the original.
Yeah, but is that any different to, like...
No, but just let me finish.
The Halloween original, man, where you don't say shit.
Just let me finish. Okay. When you start watching the 2017 movie, bro, if you start... Okay, say you start both movies side by side, that movie is going to catch you... And you come back will be stupid because any person in the world... if you had any two movies in the world... Okay, no, them two movies next to each other, compared side by side, the scene where Georgie gets his arm bitten off and then dragged into the gutter is definitely, unless you're delusional, it's going to catch you more than Tim Curry opening his mouth and then the screen fade in the black. Like, you can't tell me I'm wrong. So you hit me with that great comeback you have.
So, yes, that's...
Horror Talk kills, everybody. Yeah. Horror Talk kills.
Here's the funny part. I don't disagree at all.
Yes,
so why is it when we talk about what's more eye-capturing, the start of the original Halloween or Quote It Boys, Rob Zombie's Halloween? Tell me what's more eye-capturing. Don't tell me, because it's the same fucking reason you've used the Pennywise.
Yeah.
Use it now. Because Halloween is brutal, and it's 100 times more brutal than that
the
original.
And
what a fake fadeaway with a couple fake titties there, man.
Let me...
Come on.
I'll answer your question right now. There's a big difference because this movie stays good and Rob Zombie's turned shit. So that's why the original Halloween's better.
Nothing to do with the opening scenes.
Well, I never went once. Go back to the old podcast again, fellas. Okay, listen. Go back to the old. Let me finish.
Just him being back to North
Go back to
this is how he
go back to the old podcast and tell me. Find me a quote where I say that the start of the original Halloween's better.
Hold the L.
Okay, move on to the next question.
Next question.
Bill Skarsgård, yeah.
And I agree with Harry too, but Tim in that dream. Okay.
I feel like
sorry. My next one to you boys: which loser club's better, original, remake?
Well, we've kind of went over this, haven't we?
Yeah, but I feel like the remake has more of a. They feel like more like actual friends because they all have a common. Do you know what I mean? Oh, they do in both of them, but I think it's the acting. I think it's the acting.
Yeah, we're going to say both good?
Yeah.
You get more of a laugh.
I just want to stress this now for anyone watching, that I'm not saying that... I say this all the time, but it's not that the other movie's shit, okay? It's not that the other movie's shit. It's not that the other movie's shit. It's just that this one's so good that it's so hard to compare. It's a case with a lot of movies, but it's not that they're poor. It's just that it's so hard to compare.
I can't wait to rate this shit, man, because this is going to get interesting.
Well, I like the movie. I haven't said I didn't like it at all.
Next. Next.
Yep.
I'll just go with this one first. I'll just go with this. The Kills. All right? The Kills. Who does it better?
Just next question.
Okay. Can I just say something personally that I really liked?
Yeah.
The Kills. You don't even see any of them in the original.
Next question, Loaf. You don't see Kills in the...
You see him get sucked into the pot.
That's true, but I just want to say in the original, I really like the special effects in that when he gets dragged into the he gets folded in.
Yeah, that's why I said sucked into the pot.
That was done pretty good.
Yeah, no, I like that.
There was one thing, I've written it down. I've had 2 negatives out of 2 movies. A remake got no negatives, man.
Right.
None at all. And I was pissed off that the original had a negative.
Yeah.
I've written it down here somewhere. Tell me this, boys. Why the fuck does Tim Curry become Jackie Chan and front flip into the drain?
Wait, me and Loaf talked about this before the episode, and Loaf said, I actually liked it, eh?
Did you like the front flip? When did he become a ninja?
No, I just love he gets shot in the head, bro, and then he's just like, and then he shrinks, he turns into a puppet, bros, and just goes down the pipe. It was good.
Yeah, look, I didn't mind that. Alright, so final
act. Some of the effects when he was going down were pretty bad, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's stop motion. The final act in both films.
Well, I think that's, again,
see,
the final act
so hard to answer.
Not really, because they're both kind of lackluster, okay?
Okay, wow.
But
no, man.
Let me finish.
I'm gonna.
If you compare lackluster compared to, say, the fight they have in the second one, okay? Because the showdown in both of them doesn't last very long. Do you know what I mean? Like, in the showdown in the remake, what Tim Curry picks up one of them, puts him against the wall, Bev shoots him in the face, and then he front flips.
I agree with that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's lackluster, okay? And then there's a bit more action, like Pennywise, like he brings out a few of his different weapons, claws. Do you know what I mean? He does a few different things in the remake. But compared to the fight that they have in the second one, it's lackluster. Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, you're talking about the original's lackluster?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree with that.
And so abruptly.
What you're saying is the remake's not lackluster.
Well, it's not lackluster, but it's not.
Behind the end of that movie is like, they go there, man, to see Pennywise down the well, obviously.
Yeah.
By the end of the remake, anyways, right?
Yeah.
And you literally see Pennywise feed them.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he says the last line of the movie's fear. Alright, and that's because he's experiencing fear.
Yeah.
Like, it's as simple as that, man. And that's obviously why he couldn't kill Bev, because she wasn't scared of him.
Yeah, well, that's a big part.
Obviously, you pay attention to things in this movie, bro. It's genius, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Obviously, like, if you've seen the second one, which most people
and they went there, yeah.
That's a big part in the second movie. Like,
all right, boys.
Massive, man.
We'll move on because we're going to run out of time.
I reckon we covered one more thing.
Yep, go.
One more thing. What's your favourite scene out of both movies?
I like when the kid gets folded. I like when he got folded. Original. Yep. When he gets folded, I really like that. And for the remake, I really like the final when he changes like the fucking spider. I dug that. I thought that was a good ending.
Well, mine's weird. So I know what it is for sure in the remake. It would be fucking what the hell? I just lost my fucking train of thought. I don't know, Frank, go on first. I just lost my train of thought to whatever.
Boys, I can get me bring me charger.
Wait.
Yeah, anyways, obviously, I just dig the drain scene in the original, man. I keep it pretty sweet.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, I got my train of thought back. Can I go? So so I had lost it for like a fat second. So in the remake, 100% would probably be when he sees Georgie in like the water, and he's like, "You'll float too, and then he slowly, do you know what I mean? Then he slowly changes. That's sick. Do you agree? And then again with the original, I don't know. It's a bit hard because
that's scary.
Like I said, there's not many big action scenes or anything that really happen.
I just like the special effects when he gets folded. I just thought it was so simple.
It does look cool. Like how did they do that? Does anyone know how they?
But can I just point something out?
That's a good scene, but
seen in the remake.
Yeah.
Did anyone notice the house has a massive water problem? Like when you walk downstairs and there's a fucking pool of
water
there.
Yeah.
Surely there's an issue.
Yeah, but it's the same with the blood. No one else can see it, man.
No, but there's what? Like, it's a fucking pool.
Wait, what are you talking about?
When he walks down into his basement and Georgie's in the corner, bro. In the raincoat.
Yeah. Downstairs in their basement, I think the Yanks call them. The basement.
Yeah, but why did
There's a fucking pool down there.
Bro, why did Bev's dad walk in there and not see the blood? No one could see it but the kids.
I know, don't worry about it.
Come on, man, you know I pick up stupid things in this movie, bro. And mine obviously is the same scene Harry said. Obviously, it's the greatest horror scene in history of horror. And then the score, by the way, in the remake is fucking phenomenal. You know when Greg sits there and says, "You know when I watch this movie and I just get this."
Yeah, that's
that movie for me.
That's it.
I really did because I never really get that.
No, Loaf's always massive on the stores, bro.
I get that. So yeah, that's me. Anyways, move on.
All right, boys, we're gonna wrap the show up.
Yeah.
But I just want to know quickly because I want to keep this a weekly thing. How did we watch each film? I'll go first. I had to rent it off the PlayStation Store, the original, and I own the Blu-ray of the remake.
May go next. Yeah.
I own both, bro.
I have Amazon for the original and DVD for the second one.
And I think I got ripped off the most out of this.
Yeah, mine was $3.99. Yours was $5.
I had to pay $5.
Mine was $3.99.
I'm telling you this, man. If you're struggling for a movie, Prime Video is the shit.
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I watched it on, bro.
Rent everything, man.
No, trust me. YouTube, the home here, boys. YouTube, everything.
Man, I watched The Town of Dread of Sundown on YouTube, and it was fucking Smith quality, by the way.
Bro, YouTube.
And Tubi's another one, boys. But everyone forgets about Tubies, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. I saw them. I don't even know what it is. I saw it when I looked up how the
Nightmare on Elm Street's on it now, man. For free.
I don't even know what it is. I saw it when I looked up because you can look up like what streaming platforms they're on.
So I think in America with their Tubi, mate, like I won't say the podcasts I listen to often, but they're awesome as well. But they get a lot of their stuff off Tubi as well. So Tubi's another one, boys. If you're ever shy of something, or just be like us and
YouTube and Amazon, bro. But YouTube and Amazon, they're pretty clutch. Right? Amazon has most movies, but
is this a brand deal? Let's move on, boys.
Oh yeah, make sure you use promo code. Make sure you use promo code Horror Talk Kills for 5% off, boys.
Everyone on YouTube, if you're talking about like someone's company for long enough, everyone's like, "Is this a promo, boys?" It's just a thing.
This episode sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah.
Sponsor us. All right. So Harry, do you this week have the table in front of you? We call it the table.
Oh no, I can pull it up right now.
The ladder.
Wait, I screenshot it so I can.
No, I have it. I have it this week. I can get it.
Got it.
And an official one. People might want to see that, H. And I might get a screenshot of it and put it up on our Facebook page.
So I've got it opening on the
Facebook page. Horror Talk Kills on Facebook.
Wait, hold up,
we'll give our final ratings and see where they sit each film.
So I've only got it open on the Paint app, but this is how I edit it. But this is
Let's have a look.
Where we're at right now.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
First place, 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre with 22.7 points. Yep. Second place is 1984 Nightmare on Elm Street with 21.8 points.
Yep.
In third is 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre at 20.4. And in fourth place, but sadly, 2010's Nightmare on Elm Street with a solid 16.7.
Not bad, not bad.
We're going to add another 2 movies to the list.
We are definitely adding another 2 movies to the list, boys. Right.
All right. I'm so excited, bro. Hey.
I'm excited too. I'm excited too. Do we take that away?
Yeah.
We can just leave it there and add it to the thing.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Beautiful.
So just keep
I can't see Frank. I can only see 2 of us. I can only see H.
That's all good. Just keep chatting, mate. You don't need it.
Cool. Who wants to go around the table? I think Frank should go last. It was his film.
I've went last every time, so I'll definitely go last. I'll go first next week, okay?
Yeah, that's cool.
Wait, so you want... Okay, hold up.
It depends where it will be.
I'll close that for now, and I'll
yeah, we'll do that later.
I'll just add it and then show us at the end.
So, let's go around the table. Who wants to go first this week? Me, I guess?
Yeah, you can go. You haven't went first yet.
You can go first, man.
So, we're going to rate the originals first, alright?
Quickly, Harry, are you going to calculate or do you want me to?
I don't have my phone on me, man.
Alright, sweet.
I don't know where
Alright, boys. Loaf's rating for the miniseries 1990s It. I'm going to go 5.2. 5.2, boys. I'm going to go 5.2. Like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't hate the film. I think it's a really executed, good film. Story's great. It is just, I can't get that factor with him.
Yeah, there's no yeah.
You know what I mean? I just can't get it. I just can't get factor with him. And but it's still a good film, boys. I won't lie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And there's times I watch these films with my wife, and she likes the original better than the remake.
What?
Really? Yeah, she does. Yep.
So I guess I'll go next. So I'll give the mini series. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to go as low as Loaf because I think that's a bit harsh. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I think that's really harsh, man.
But I think a 6.5 because I think in the scope. This is my little reasoning for it. In the scope of it, the whole point of the franchise is to compare originals to remakes. So that's when I give it that score. That's comparing it to.
And I feel Harry's right. Like. That's where I'm misguided with the 5.2 there, Life, and I have to pull you up. Not only am I a fanboy, I hate the score and I disagree.
Yep.
Are you, and I asked you that earlier, what are you basing this movie off? You gotta, like, we're going...
If I can relate to it, if it gives me that factor. Is
it about that factor, or is it about comparing it to the remake, man? And that being
you haven't heard my remake score yet.
I know that. Alright, sweet.
But what I'm saying is, dude, it's an overall... I know I'm comparing it to... I'm doing a lot of things. I'm overall ranking the film, and I'm also comparing it to the remake in this series that we're doing at the moment. Boys, I own an It figure. I'm a horror fan. I love it. But he's not my all-time favourite. But I will still sit here and say that I really thoroughly enjoyed the film, but I was a bit bored as well.
No, I did. Another thing that none of us mentioned...
5.2 for me is it just passes, man. Like, it
did just pass.
Just quickly, boys. I know we're already mid-ranking, but just quickly add this. Did anyone else feel like the miniseries kind of dragged a little bit? Dragged the scenes out.
That's my point.
There was a lot of scenes, bro. No, not that. There's a lot of scenes where it felt like the scene would end, but then the shot would stay on that scene for like 5 seconds. You know what I mean?
And you know what? Another thing that bugs me. I'll tell you what. If there was a lot more Tim Curry in that part one, I'm talking everyone, so don't freak out. I have seen both, but not enough Tim Curry. Yeah. Sorry, but that's anyway. So
on to the Frankinator.
Yep. Go.
I'm just going to get straight to the point. I'd give it a 7 out of 10.
Wow, nice.
What is the original game? I guess I gave it a 6.5.
H, we know Frank very well. It's very rare he'll give an original movie.
But that's why I'm expecting this It to get a 10.
Well, not a lot. I had so much... Going into these two, I had so much fun, man. I loved it.
I'm glad you enjoyed them.
So, the final score is 18.7.
Oh, where's it put it?
Ooh.
That's not very good.
Where's it put it? H.
Wait, what was it? Sorry, I just pulled up the score.
18.7.
Fourth place currently.
Oh. Who did it knock over?
Who did you think it knocked over, mate? Elm Street.
Wow.
Was 18.10? Yeah, make sure you send me that so I can update it for the video.
Kills score of 8.7. Puts it in fourth place.
18.7. I've got the overall, so you need it.
Puts it in the fourth place. Yep. Right. Here we go, people. Horror Talk fans, Horror Talk Kills fans. Low score for the remake. Is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Remake. I'm going to give it 6.6 out of 10. Once again, boys, I enjoyed it. It's much better than the original.
I'm as shocked as you are. I expected a bit higher than that. I'm not going to lie. That's
6.6, boys. That's how I feel with the film. He's gone.
He's out of there.
He's gone. Frank's gone. He's out.
Did the headphone drop, Sam? What? 6.6?
6.6. Once again, great film. Loved it. It was eerie, but it's just, I just don't dig it in the same sense. And I just didn't give you that feeling. Yeah, and it will forever be that.
Well, so, I guess it's on to me then. I'll give the 2018 or 2017? 2017, it's, I think, honestly, when I look at it, I think it's one of the, like Frank said, one of the better horror movies. It didn't save horror, but one of the better horror movies that's gone out in like the last 20 years. I think 8.5? 8.5? It could even be higher for me, bro.
Well, does it need to be?
I asked you this question, Loaf. What's wrong with the movie for such a low score?
I was bored. again.
In the remake?
I just don't fucking understand,
The
man.
story, I can't.
I would understand the second one, bro. It drags. The second one's a bit boring.
Yeah.
But we're not doing the second one.
I just can't. I can't adapt to it. Hey, boys. It's not. It's something about the It films that I just don't grab to.
Baffles me.
I'm sorry.
Okay, move it. It's all good.
I'm sorry,
it's all good. It's an opinionated podcast. That's what we're here for.
Hey, it's only my opinion. You can shoot me down. We want you to comment. So let us know. But
yeah, let us know what your favourite movie is. Give us a rating down below.
Absolutely.
Okay, on to the Frankinator hasn't gave his yet.
Frankinator, here we go.
I haven't done mine yet. So just so everyone knows,
he's manifesting a 12 out of 10 right now. You watch.
No.
He's breaking the Richter scale on the scoring right now.
This is a big score because this could knock something out of the way.
This is my favourite horror movie of all
time.
So
what does it currently have? I gave it 8.5. Loaf, you gave...
Hang on, I can't hear. What was the score? 6.6?
And 8.5.
Plus 8.5. It's at 15.1.
Oh, it's in first place by a mile, I reckon.
I think it does, boys. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Anyways, this is my favourite movie of all time. It's going to be very rare that one goes higher than this score. And I'm not going to completely go, buy shit, and give it a 10.
Yeah.
But there's a few little things in and out. Like, Harry did mention CGI. It's a big thing.
This is all about horror fans, and you like what you like. And
So I doubt you're going to hear me rate a movie higher than this, especially in the horror genre. But I'll give it 8.7 out of 10.
That's only first by a point or so.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's 24, is it?
That will be 23.8.
Yeah, and 22.7 second. So
it goes to second?
No, it goes to first.
That's first.
The original Texas gets knocked down 1 point behind it.
1 point.
Isn't that huge, man? We're on top, baby.
Nice. Do you know what I reckon could be a cool idea, boys?
8.7's not completely biased.
Just quickly before the end of the episode here. Do you know what I think would be a cool idea?
What?
So say we start getting a bit more engagement. We got the loafers currently frozen.
No.
Oh wait, that was the most still pose ever. What the fuck?
Loaf.
What I was going to say, so if we start getting a bit more engagement by the end of the franchise, so there's still a fair few weeks to come up.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do a poll at the end of our very last episode, and we let the fans vote to give bonus points to a movie, so it's not as biased on.
No.
You don't reckon? No. Okay.
No, but the fans, we can do a poll.
I guess we don't want fan engagement. I guess that's fine.
Yep.
That's all good, boys. I like us. Let's blame the other two.
This is official.
No, I reckon you could do for maybe a movie. Like, if say someone comments on this video and says, "Look, what's our next movie?" Psycho. Say they're a huge fan. Throw them into the conversation. Let them watch that movie for the week. If they want to let us know what they rate it, we'll throw it into the. I don't know. We'll work something out, bro. That's hard to. I don't know. We'll work something out.
Add me as a friend on Facebook, and I'll call you.
Too easy, lads. So, with all that being said, we all done? We all wrapped up?
I think so, boys. Now, we've also got to remember that. I'll just take over for 2 seconds.
That's too easy.
That we are now on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Is that the way?
Like, subscribe, turn the bell on for all the notifications every time we post.
Comment below. We also have a Twitter page. Follow us on Twitter at Horror Talk Kills.
Yeah.
Also, we have a Facebook page at Horror Talk Kills. Easy to find. Just support the channel. We're going pretty good at the moment, lads. I feel we're going really good. We're discussing future endeavours now already. Next week we're going to do 1960s. My final pick of the originals versus remakes. 1960s Psycho versus the 1998 Psycho.
Yeah.
Can't wait because Psycho is one of my all-time favourite horrors that I've ever watched.
Well, I think we should leave that conversation till next week and wrap it up, boys. Yep. So with that being said, lads, like Loaf said, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell on, all that good stuff. Till next time, it's been the Horror Talk Kill, boys, and we're out. See yous.